Okay, so S3 abbreviation is Simple Storage Service. The termed as S3 here. So in this S3 will create bucket. In that bucket, different types of objects you can able to store, like PPT, .doc, HTML, even static website also you can host in this bucket. With the help of S3, you can host a static website. EC2 and all for dynamic website it will support. In S3 you can do static website hosting. Then you can store audio files, video files, and even that Spotify, whatever it is there, YouTube music, everyone they are storing their data like this kind of buckets only. So they might use either AWS or Azure platform or Google Cloud platform, but for storing their data they require some containers. So that is nothing but bucket here. Okay, so that is about S3. So what is Amazon S3? Amazon Simple Storage Service is a storage for the internet. It is designed to make web scale computing easier for developers. Amazon S3 is a unique, as a simple web service interface that you can use to store and retrieve any amount of data at any time from anywhere on the web. It gives any developer access the same highly scalable, reliable, fast, inexpensive data storage infrastructure that Amazon uses to run its own global network of websites. This service aims to maximize benefits of scale and to pass those benefits on to developers. Okay, so first we'll see static website hosting. Okay, for example, from your local PC, you just upload the HTML file in S3 bucket, then give the public access. That link you just share to the user will access that website. Okay, so this is a small topic. This also we'll see practically. Then synchronizing S3 bucket with EC2 instance. So this topic we are going to see tomorrow or day after tomorrow, because IAM concept is required. Still I not covered IAM. So again in IAM concept, this concept I'll teach. Okay, then topics to be covered in this PDF: creating a bucket, uploading different files and accessing it, cross-region replication. So Mumbai to Singapore, how to make replication and how to do versioning. So this topics only it will be covers. Okay, then AWS free tier limit. So in AWS free tier, you can start with Amazon S3 for free, but a new AWS customer receive 5 GB of Amazon S3 storage in standard storage class. Okay, S3 standard storage class. Then 20,000 get request, 2,000 put copy post list request. Okay, and 15 GB of data transfer out each month for 1 year. Every month you can upload 15 GB of data, you can delete the data, this kind of activities you can do, but at last you should use 5 GB only for new AWS customer. Okay, that you just follow. Okay, then how Amazon S3 will work? Amazon S3 is an object storage service which differ from block and file cloud storage. Each object is stored as a file with its metadata, including is given an ID number. Application use this ID number to access an object. Unlike file and block cloud storage, developer can access object via API. So block cloud storage via API will call. So for example, Spotify, YouTube music, this and all application based. So that API will call that particular based on the client request, it will call and it will show you. Here, based on the ID number, we can access. Okay, if you want, you can do it for that application and all that is required. The S3 cloud storage service gives a subscriber access to the same system that Amazon used to run its own website. S3 enables customers to upload, store, and download practically any file or object that is up to 5 terabyte in size. With the largest single upload 5 GB. Single file maximum you can upload 5 GB. Okay, so this infrequent access, standard access, Amazon Glacier, this and all you know. Standard storage I already explained in EFS, and infrequent access also already explained in EFS. Amazon Glacier is the least expensive storage option in S3, but it is strictly designed for archival storage. It is not a primary storage. Just a minute. So Glacier in the sense it is like a backup. So for backup storage you can use this Glacier. Glacier offers variable retrieval rates, the range from minutes to hours. So this will be chargeable. It's not a free. Okay. Next, this we covered actually. So protecting your data. User data is stored on redundant servers in multiple data centers. S3 uses simple web-based interface, the Amazon S3 console encryption for user authentication. Based on the user authentication, it will be encrypt the data, they can able to access it. So Amazon server side encryption, it will use Amazon S3 managed keys, Amazon AWS KMS managed keys, customer provided keys. So this kind of things also we can implement. So this will be mainly used in developer session. Okay, so here it won't be covers in AWS part. In DevOps part, while calling the applications, that time they will use SSL and TLS. Secure socket layer, transport layer secured. Okay, these things will be covered. Simply if we tell means HTTP, HTTPS. HTTPS is secured, HTTP is non-secured. Okay, so creating the bucket, uploading the files, that steps here it is mentioned. Okay, now this SDLC model is nothing but software development lifecycle. This will be comes in DevOps Agile model difference. So, but this thing it is not required. This slide and this slide is not required. Okay, this purely for developers. Okay, so based on 5 to 6 stages they are working. So first they will defining what is their requirement. First requirement analyze, then defining, then designing, coding, testing, then it will deployment. Okay, so the coding, designing, defining, requirement analysis, this everything will be comes under development. Okay, after development they will test it whether that version of application is working or not, then deploy in the servers, then they will do maintenance. So based on the maintenance feedback they will analyze again requirement, so again they will develop, again they will do testing, and again they will deployment. So this is the one life cycle management. Okay, this will based on these things only you are going to learn the DevOps. Then these are that so requirement analysis, system design, implementation, testing, deployment, then maintenance. So this model is called as waterfall model. So this is the old model. Nowadays we are using agile model. This model, requirements, architecture and design, development, test feedback, and this life cycle will be works as it is. Okay, so this how to do versioning, this everything I'll show in practical only. Okay, cross region replication, how to replicate your data from Mumbai to Singapore or Mumbai to Sydney. These things will be comes in S3. Okay, these are the topics we are going to see in practical. So I just open AWS console first. So give AWS management console. Sign in into the console. Okay, so the recently visited services S3 it is there, but first step if you are doing, just type S3 here, click on this S3. Okay, it will show as a global. So that S3 bucket from one location only, you can able to create in multiple locations. So here already I have S3 bucket. Oh, something I am running. I forgot to delete. So this is cloud formation I am running. Like this only you need to delete the bucket. First you need to make it empty, then you can delete the bucket. Okay, now we'll go for how to create bucket. Click on create bucket. So the bucket name should be a unique name. You can give any name like what it is displaying here, the same name, my AWS bucket also you can use, but you should make it unique. How you can make it unique? Like some number you just add, it will be considered as a unique. Okay, so this bucket I'm creating in Mumbai location. If you want, wherever you want, you can create it. In Asia, you will have option like Mumbai, Osaka, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. Here you can create. In Canada, see a central one. In European countries, London, Ireland, Frankfurt, Paris, Stockholm. Okay, in South America, this location you can create bucket. So in US, Virginia, Ohio, California, Oregon. Okay, in these locations you can create. Okay, then by default if you disable ACL, so you can't give permission to any users. Okay, make it ACL enable. By default all public access are blocked. You just uncheck this, give I acknowledge. Then versioning, if you want to enable, here only you can enable it. Then server side encryption, if you want you can enable it, but it is not mandatory. So create bucket, that's all. So now your bucket is ready. So in this bucket, I'm going to host the static website. How to host static website? Open this bucket. Okay, click on upload. You can upload files or folders. Anything you can upload. I'm just uploading files. Okay, where I have, so this I have sample HTML file. This files only I'll upload. Just click upload. Now 6 files are uploaded. So total size is 48.5 KB. Then click close. Then select this files, whatever files you uploaded. If you want to give public access, That means static website means publicly they need to access, right? So give make public using ACL. Click on this, then click make public. Now you given access for this static website. Then how users can access this static website? So you will get one URL. So index.html, this is the home file. Okay, this is the URL. This URL, if you anyone can able to access. I'll just put it in the chat box. Okay, so if you click this URL, you can able to access that static website like this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
If you want, you can check it that also. I shared in chat box.
Yes, sir, it is
That
working.
link I shared. Okay, so like this hardware and OS. So this is just a syllabus. This is Azure syllabus. Okay, like this you can host the static website. Okay, then if you want to delete this buckets, okay, first what you need to do, so make it empty. Select the bucket, then click empty, type here permanently delete, click empty, then exit, then click delete, give that bucket name, just copy from here and click delete bucket. Now that bucket will be deleted. This much only. Bucket creation, hosting the static website, and deleting the making the bucket empty, and how to make that how to delete that bucket. Okay, now again I'll create bucket. Now we'll do cross region replication. So same my AWS bucket, now 4111, you can give anything. Again ACL enable, block all public access uncheck, I acknowledge. Versioning, if you want, you can enable it. So in this versioning also I'll show you cross region replication as well as versioning. Create bucket. Okay, now one more bucket I'll create in other region. This one I created in Mumbai region. In another region I'll create one more bucket. So same my AWS bucket 2112 I'll use. So this bucket I'll create in city AP Southeast 2. Okay, ACL just enable, block all public access, uncheck that, I acknowledge. Versioning, if you want, you can enable create bucket. Now two buckets we have. Now I'm going to do cross region replication from Mumbai to Sydney. How you can replicate? Click on this Mumbai bucket. Okay, go to management. There you can see replication rule. Click on this create replication rule. Okay, rule name. This rule name you can give anything. Okay. So what is this means the priority. Okay, priority value resolves eligible replication under multiple rules, same destination. The rule is added to configure the highest priority, and the priority can be changed on the replication rule table based on the table. Okay, just source bucket, automatically it will show source. Then destination you need to select. So whether based on in your account only you are replicating with other region or same region, this one you can choose. Otherwise specify bucket in another account means that account ID, then that another account bucket, if anything is there, that bucket name you need to give, then you can make replicate. So here right now I don't have any other account, only one account. So I'm just using choose a bucket in this account. If you click on browse S3, you can see both the bucket. So choose your destination. I'm selecting Sydney. Choose that path. Okay. IAM rule. existing IAM rule, but IAM rule is not required. Okay, so the replication time control replicates 99.99% of new objects within 15 minutes. So 15 minutes it will take replicates maximum. Okay, so if you want, you can enable it, otherwise not required. But this optional or additional replication option. So if you want to set, by default without this option also it will replicate. If you give additional, just click save. IAM rule, let them, it is asking. Okay, create new rule only. Click save. Okay, yes, replicate existing objects or do not replicate existing objects. If you don't want to replicate existing objects, you just use first option. Yes, replicate existing objects, you can use second option. So by default, source bucket is also empty, destination bucket is also empty. So if you give first option is also fine. But in case source bucket is having any data, that data if you want to replicate with new bucket means that time you just use yes replicate existing objects. Okay, now I am using this option, click submit. So replication configure successfully updated. Now I'll put different types of files in this bucket. Upload, add files. Now I am not hosting static website, different types of files I'll upload. AD domain trust file, will take Excel file, invitation file, PDF if not required. A file I'll take. You can upload this kind of files. Even if you want, you can add HTML files also. Okay, then upload. We are uploading in my AWS bucket 4111. We uploaded. It will take time to replicate. I'm checking Sydney bucket. Still, it is not synchronized. It will take time. But I uploaded in Mumbai bucket. This many files I uploaded. Here you can make objects public also. Double click that bucket, select this, go to action, make public using ACL. If you give make public, okay, now each and every file there is one URL. With the URL you can able to access that. For example, this image file, open URL, paste this image, you can able to access. Okay, in case if you want to access document file, open this URL, it will be download document files. Okay, in case If you want to see PPT files, that also will be downloaded. Okay, soft copy PDF files, if you want to open, that will open in browser itself like this. Usually from internet, if you any file, if you download it or try to open, it will open like this only. Okay, if it is a HTML file, copy that URL, paste, it will open like this. HTML files that already we seen as a static website. Okay, now we'll check that replication has happened or not. See, it came here in my AWS bucket 4112. This bucket belongs to Sydney. Mumbai also is having the bucket data, and Sydney is also having the same data. Clear replication.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'll delete this Sydney bucket. First make it empty. Type here permanently delete, click empty, exit, then click delete your bucket name. Okay, you can delete the bucket. Okay, now I'll show you versioning, how to do versioning. Okay, already I uploaded your mobile.html file. So in this file, what data we got? This data, this web server. Welcome to new server 10. So I am going to upload that same mobile.html file. I'll open and modify. So where is that mobile.html file? Somewhere in desktop only I got. Oh, here it is. I'll open with notepad. I'll modify now. Simply I'll give this save. Now again I'll upload the file. Go to that bucket, upload, add files, mobile.html, click open, upload. Close. Now select that file, go to action, make public using ACL. Make public. Before this was that content of that file. Now if you refresh the new content, it will show. Welcome to AWS class. Now again I'll modify. Welcome to AWS class 2. Just giving file, save. Again I'll upload. Add file, same mobile.html, open, upload. Okay, now again select that file, go to action, make public using ACL, make public. Now refresh, you will get welcome to AWS class 2. Now I don't want this two file, the previous file website only it should be open. Okay, so enable, click here show versions, you can able to see. So at what time? Earlier one is today only 8:41. Okay, that is latest one which you uploaded latest. Then before that 840, then 834. So this file only I required. These two files I don't want. So you want to go to old version. So just click delete. Type here permanently. Delete. Then come here, refresh. You will be go to that old file. Welcome to new server 10. Example like Google Sheet only. Okay, in Google Sheet, if you update, if you add a give share it to other users, so they are modifying means who and all modifying. If you want to go back to the earlier file version, so you can go back, right? It is nothing but roll back. Clear?
Yes, sir.
That is called versioning. Rollback only. That is nothing but versioning. Okay. Now, if you want to delete all the files, if you delete here all the files, for example, I'm not making empty. I'll delete the files. Okay. Type here permanently delete objects. I deleted. But go to that bucket, select that bucket, try to delete bucket name. You just copy here. Mouse is not working. Paste, click delete bucket. Oh, it's deleting. So before it was some bug, now it is deleting. So before what it will happen, so you need to make it bucket empty, then only you can able to delete the bucket, even if you delete the files. So that bug was, it is cleared now. So you can delete the files and directly delete the bucket. You're not required to make bucket empty. Okay, fine. So this is about S3. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Still only this topic is pending. This one is pending. Okay, so these things I'll cover in IAM. Okay, so before that I'll just give simple introduction about IAM. Okay, because IAM it will take at least 2 days class. So many things are there. So normally everyone is login with AWS account with the help of email ID password. So that means you are the root user. You have unrestricted access in AWS account. So you can take advantage whatever you want to do. Okay. If you are using as a personal account, if you come to the organization, so there will be several employees. Each and every employees are working for different projects. In that cases, the company MD or IT manager, they can't share the same credential to all the user, or for each and every employee they can't create separate AWS account. So it will create multiple subscription and multiple billing. Okay, so that is the reason the company what they will do before IAM, it will be complicated to manage this AWS. So for that purpose only, Amazon introduced this IAM. With the help of IAM, that main root user can create multiple user. For each and every user, they can give simply different types of policies, permission, and restrictions. It is nothing but in Windows group policy. Okay, and in Linux permissions. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
similar kind of that only. So we can create multiple user account in IAM with the help of IAM. That things only you are going to learn in IAM. Okay, main account. So the main account user can create multiple user. Each and every user, like administrator access means full access. So another user read only access means he can able to see monitor and resource, monitor the resources, read only access. For other user you can give only EC2 full access. For other user you can give only S3 full access. Like that, different kind of policy permissions you can set. Okay. So IAM stands for Identity Access Management. It is used to set user permission and roles. It allow you to grant access to different part of the AWS platform. With IAM, organization can centrally manage users' security credentials such as access keys, permissions, control with AWS resources users can access. Okay, without IAM, organization with multiple users must either create multiple user accounts, each with its own billing and subscription to AWS product, or share an account with single security credential. That means the same root user email ID and password only you need to share to all the users. So without IAM, you don't have control to about the task that the users can do. What users are doing that you can't able to control it. Okay, IAM enable the organization to create multiple user, each with its own security credential, controlled and built to a single AWS account. IAM allow the user to do only what they need to do as part of the user's job. Okay, when you first create an AWS account, you create an account as a root user identity, which is used to sign in into AWS. You can sign in into the AWS management console by entering your email address and password. The combination of email address and password is known as root user credential. Okay, when you sign in into AWS account as a root user, you have unrestricted access to all the resources in AWS account. The root user can also access the billing information as well as can change the password also for root user as well as other users. He is having a rights to change the password. Okay, IAM role. So role is a set of permission that grant access to action and resources in AWS. So these permissions are attached to the role or not to an IAM user or group. So IAM user can use role in the same AWS account or different account. The role is nothing but permissions attached. Okay, set of permissions. That permissions can be used by anyone in the AWS account. That same role you can use it for different account also. You can use the role to delegate access to users application. So for which user you are giving access from other account people or same account people, you can delegate it. For that purpose only, role is uniquely associated with single person. It can be used by anyone who needs it. In IAM, we are going to see about users, group, policy, role, password. So password is console management password, auto-generated password, and multi-factor authentication, two-step verification. You will get OTP kind of thing. So for that, we'll use some authenticator app, Google Authenticator, like that. Some authenticator is there. Okay, that and all we'll see. So a single user can be a member of multiple groups, and also the policy will be separate permissions also you can assign to groups, and a particular policy if the user need to take advantage means, so that user can use the role to take that policy. So this kind of things will be reflected. So that is the reason while creating S3 bucket cross region replication, it used a role. So that is nothing but policy. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the hands-on lab we are going to see tomorrow. So creating IAM user, full access, EC2 access only, S3 access, read only access, then how to add multiple permission to an user, how to create group, how to add existing user to the group or new user to the group, that we will see, and how to create custom policy, your own custom policies, how to create the role, how to make auto-generated password, configuring MFA for AWS console, configuring MFA for EC2 instance, and synchronizing S3 bucket with EC2 instance. So this topic only I told in this one in S3. Okay, we will cover in IAM. So that topic also I'll cover in IAM. So this practical things only we are going to see tomorrow. Is it clear? Because tomorrow I am directly go to the practical part because it required more time to do.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir,
thank
for
you.
this. Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye.